Alright, so I'm working on the van today, guys, and I'm going to be trying out this new product. It's called VHT Rust Converter, not sponsored, obviously, but I haven't seen any reviews on YouTube for it. I haven't found any reviews anywhere for it, and the only way I found this stuff was on Amazon, so I ordered it off Amazon, and we're going to try it out. I've seen reviews for other stuff, and it seems like pretty much all rust converters don't really work. And mostly that's because the only way to really get rid of the rust is to clean it all off 100% and get rid of it that way, or cut out the metal and replace it. But we're gonna try this stuff out because why not, right? It was like 20 bucks for this can, and so yeah, right here I've got my frame that I sanded or grinded most of this off. There's a little bit of rust on there. It's pretty much bare metal. I will be spraying this as well. And then I have some metal that all I did is really hit this with a wire wheel, knock all this stuff off, and then wiped it down with brake clean. When using this kind of stuff, it's pretty much the same as painting. Clean it off really well, make sure all the loose stuff is off of it. And I'll be doing the same thing for the core support here, spraying it all down with this, and doing a top coat afterwards. So you can see a little before shot. So we're gonna do, it says 2 to 3 coats. It's a little cold outside, probably not the best conditions, but let's get going. So we're gonna shake up the can real good, make sure everything's all mixed in there, and we get the best results out of this. It's a little cold. I think it's about 3 degrees out right now, which is kind of cold, and not the best temperature for painting, but we're gonna do it anyways because I don't have much time and it's almost winter. So I'm just gonna, stuff sprays on clear, and it says it turns black, so I don't think it really matters how you spray this on. It's not really like paint. We're not looking for perfect results here. We're just looking to cover everything. Sorry, it's a little hard to try to hold this. Filming it on my phone because I left my camera at my house, and because I wasn't really thinking I was going to be filming a video today, but here we are. Alright, so this is about a 15-minute update from when I sprayed it. You can see that I missed a little spot over here, so it hasn't really done much, but you can see it's turning black, and you can see it's getting darker in the spots where there may have been some rust left on here. Obviously I know the metal isn't really going to do much, but it was just to get any little pinholes that maybe were left over. So there's like a 15-minute update. You can see up here is like turning purple, which is a little weird, but I sprayed about 2 coats on each of these now, and 24 hours. See you then. Alright, so it's been a couple of days actually since I last did this, probably about 4 days now, and I'm actually really shocked with the outcome of this. So here you have it. This is the after. I'm sure it probably looked like this 24 hours afterwards. Now there's a little bit of rust, and that is actually from some condensation, moisture, humidity, whatever you want to call it. Down here you can see this was the untouched, other than just like the wire wheel, and it definitely would need a couple more coats. This was only 2 coats, so over here you can see that there's some rust, but it actually did get the bare metal, and same with here, and you can see that there's rust coming through, but this is because the moisture and stuff that from it sitting in here for a while happened. Sorry, my wording is a little messed up, but you can see on the back side, same thing happened. This is just from the moisture, but in the areas that I did get with the stuff, it's held up pretty good so far, and I'm not going to leave it like this. I'm going to be using this Rust Check Rust Killer Primer, saying it's supposed to get rid of the rust and stops rust from spreading and restores appearance. So we're going to spray this on top of this, and then I'll be also spraying it with this bed liner afterwards. And I know people are going to go in the comments and be like, you can't spray bed liner on top of this, blah blah blah, it's going to rust out more. From the factory, vehicles come with bed liner to stop them from rusting. And I won't be able to show you too well because it's dark. But the inside wheel wells, not this stuff that rusts, but the backside in here is actually factory coated with some sort of bed liner material like that. So all new cars actually come coated on the rockers and such now with this. Not this exact product, but they come coated with pretty much this bed liner on the rockers and inside the wheel wells. And same with this van, it was coated in the wheel wells and pretty much that's it. And guess what? Those haven't rusted out. So I'm going to be doing this, and this should in theory last for a while. Alright, so I'm also going to be using this stuff here to spray this bumper, and I'm not going to be using the VHT on this. I'm just going to be using this rust primer. I'm not going to clean any of this off. This is just going to be the way it is. I'm going to spray it on. Like, obviously I'm going to wipe off any dirt or like super loose stuff, but other than that, I'm pretty much just going to leave this the way it is. Paint it with that, paint it with the bed liner, and as well finish doing this. But first glance, the rust check paint does not seem to want to hold on to this stuff, whether it's because it's too cold, but like it is drying up. It must just be too cold or something, because obviously you can see all the fisheye in it. But I'm gonna try to keep going with it, let it dry for a while with this light coat. I went a little too thick over here to start, and of the rest I went a little bit lighter, and I did all this. Same thing over here. It seems to be drying, like obviously it's wet because I just painted it like 2 minutes ago, but it seems to be drying up, but I think it's just going to take a little bit longer just because it's cold. So I'm going to do the bumper as well as this stuff. Alright, so I'm just going to be spraying this directly on top. Honestly, not going to be using a lot because I want to use it for more important stuff. This bumper we already know is kind of destroyed, so it's kind of just like an experiment to see what happens. You know what would actually be a good experiment? I think I'm going to do half of this with this plus bed liner, and that side I'm going to do with just bed liner. We're going to see what happens. So that's a good thing actually. So you know what, we'll make a little line right there, more in the center. So if this is on the card, this is going to be the driver's side, that will be the passenger side, just so everybody's clear on that. Alright, so this is going to be the just bed liner on this side. So So this has all been drying for about an hour now, so it's time to hit it with the bed liner. And oh yeah, if anybody knows why this is, so on this is factory, okay? So basically there's two holes right here for like the bumper thing that goes onto here. I don't know what it's called, but there's a bumper thing that goes onto here, and the two bolts go across which hold it in place. Then this bolt here is where the bumper bolts onto it, which would be right around here. So the bumper bolts onto that little like crush piece. But from the factory, there's two holes right here that are the same thread for the bumper bolts. So, but these don't get used on the Chevy Astra ones. So I'm wondering if these are meant for like a different bumper or something. But if anybody knows, please tell me. It's kind of interesting. But anyways, let's get to it. Alright, so that's going to end it off now. I've got the frame is done. So is the bumper and the core support. And I probably will be going over another layer just because, but I'm actually out of the bed liner, so I'm going to have to go get one more can and then hit it with a second layer, very light second layer. And then I guess in about a month, we'll see where we're at. If it's still good, we'll check in a little bit later. But yeah, that's it for this video. Peace out. We'll see you in the next one.